Hello and welcome back, everyone, to this best of three between myself, your caster for the evening, cLvChakuu, and Millennium. Basically, what you are going to see, this is actually the second game of this best of three, and what you're going to see is my first-person view of this game. We are here on Metalopolis. There we go. We are here on Metalopolis, and what this will, basically the way the tournament worked was if you lost your game, you got to pick the map you played on. Don't know why it's doing that. There, stay on camera. But basically it let you pick, or let the loser pick the map that they wanted to play on. So our first game was on Xel'Naga Caverns. I did end up taking that game to take a early 1-0 lead, in the series. So, Millennium, because I believe he was making this game, the way we did is winner, or the person who got to choose the map would make the game. He chose Metalopolis for his map. And so here we go. You do see me going out with that same opening again, that 9 pylon, followed actually by a 13 gateway, though I believe I sent out a scout on a 9. It is one thing I do like to do on kind of the bigger maps, the 4-person maps, is I will scout at 9 rather than scout at 13. Simply because at 9 I want to know where the person is. If you notice, right here, you see my probe, it kind of went down here and around instead of up the ramp. That's actually how I knew he was there. If a Terran completely walls off his front, if you send just the probe to the middle of the base, the probe itself will not go up the ramp. It'll actually kind of circle around the ramp. If you see it circling around, you know that's where they are. So you just see me poke up, trying to see what was on there. You know what he had at the front. It was a barracks it was a double depot barracks wall off. He does send his his SCV in. I do kind of see it kind of floating around. I'm like, oh, well, I do have to get the Zealot first here. Set my rally point to it, but he kind of gets away. And I do have my probe on patrol next to his natural. No, this is not for some proxy pylon warping BS. It was actually so I could see when he expanded. Mainly this is because I want to know if I'm expanding before him, and if he is expanding, I need to expand, because I need to at least stay on economy level with him. Just because I'm going to get blown completely out of the water if I don't. But you just see another sentry being pushed out by me. You just see me pulling my probe actually to the Xel'Naga tower, just because I kind of didn't like having it hanging out there. And then you do see another probe heading out. I believe I'll follow that in a sec. Probably take the other Xel'Naga tower. What you see, you have 2 gateways done. I have another gateway. I'm going to try to go my 3-gate robo again, because I really like this 3-gate robo against the Terran. Simply because it allows you to get that robo bay or robotics facility really quickly. By getting that facility quickly, you can get your immortals out, which are really key to stopping early pressure from Terran. Oh, that and good force fields. Force fielding your ramp, really, really good, because you can split armies. You know, pull them more into your base, kill them, and then go back. You know, and all that. But we do see concussive shells and combat shells actually being researched at the same time by Millennium. So kind of doing a little bit different. In the last game, I don't know if you guys watched the production tab or not and saw, he does go concussive shell, second tech lab, then he gets his stim and his combat shields. This, he's actually getting his concussive shells and combat shields a little bit earlier. He's probably going to go get stim right after combat or concussive shells is done, or as close to that as possible. You see my robotics bay is done. Robotics facility, sorry. Going to be bringing out an observer. I really like getting this early observer and just setting a rally point to somewhere in his base. for the simple fact that by doing that, it will allow me to see what is in his base, his army composition, and all that's going on. Excuse me, I had to cough there. We do see Stim finally going down for Millennium, as well as he's making Marauders. Now, I don't know this, as you can clearly see. I don't know what's going on. I just kind of have the production tab up there for you guys, so you can see what he's doing. Just make-wise, so you can kind of guess what units he has, what building he has, if he's expanding, when he's expanding, when he isn't expanding. But actually, you see me here. Normally, I don't like to get a forge this early, but I do see this army coming out way before actually my observer even gets there. It's because I did have the Xel'Naga tower. But he is expecting me. Put that missile turret up. Just completely killed my observer. Kills my probe at that Xel'Naga tower. So right now, I am actually blind to his army. I believe his army is somewhere near that tower until he moves right to that gold, to my side gold. Because I do have the other tower. I can see that he is actually moving out. My forge is just now finished. I believe I get +1 weapons coming soon. That's the reason why I got it so early. Chrono boosting my gateways actually to try to get units out quicker, even though, as you can see, they're done. And I'm just now warping stuff in. But there he is pushing. I do have a couple forces going down in the back. Actually, he's back here would stop him from retreating. Especially if you see out of the four, kind of creating like a cage or a net around his Marauders. Reason being is I wanted my Zealots to actually get in there, get in his face, chop those Marauders up, and not have them retreat away. So, like always, after I win a battle, I normally try to push out. Try to see if I can do some sort of damage, simply because either he's reinforcing his army, this push, which if he is, I'm going to be able to catch reinforcements and kill them off, because they're going to be in small numbers and probably weak. Well, not necessarily weak, they're going to be full health, but they're going to be small numbers. Or he just doesn't really have an army. And I either can do some economic damage here, or I can just straight up kill him. So what you do see is me actually getting my Zealots here first to run up the ramp, have my Stalkers in the back here. Shoot, you see me trying to target this depot down. Once this depot's down, you're going to see me actually move up, I think. Not yet. There we go. Now I'm moving up a little bit late, but I should have actually pulled back here instead of pushing the attack. Because that's just too many units, especially with Stim. I'm finally getting Immortal out. I'm going to be pulling back. He is actually one-basing really, really hard this game. Or it feels like he is. Because when I actually attacked, he didn't have an expansion. And I've got mine kind of up and running. I do have +1 weapons being researched. Another three more. Wow. 3 more gates going down. The Stalker that I had there, I ran away. I ran to a random place, and I'm actually now finally bringing it back. In line with the rest of my army. Another Immortal coming out. Main reason is I saw that he had all those Marauders. And Immortals are really, really good against Marauders. To a degree. I mean, well, one Immortal versus a Marauder, the Marauder is going to win. Immortal versus 2 Marauders, I'm not 100% sure. I think the Immortal would still win. But what kills the Immortals is the Marine backup. And that's what the Stalkers, the Sentries, and the Zealots are for. If those things can kill the Marines, you get enough Immortals, they can easily help you turn the tide in a battle. Now you see +1 armor now being researched. I am getting my Robotics Bay to go for those Colossus, that really muscular unit, the Colossus. And I'm getting my Templar Archive, or Twilight Council, sorry, for, I believe, Charge. I'm not sure in this game if I go Charge or Blink, or even if I go anything at all. Because I don't remember. I mean, I might have gotten it just for those +2/+2. There we go. I do actually go Blink this game. Because I am thinking that, hey, he's not going to be as, you know, he's kind of going to know my playstyle. In a sense, he did see how I went last game. He's going to see basically the exact same force coming at him. I'm going Guess I figured he was going to go Vikings. That's why I was going for the blink. To blink on top, blink, attack the Vikings, blink under them, attack them some more, or just to try to blink back away from incoming damage.
You must construct additional pylons.
We do have vehicles level weapons. Weapons level 1 being researched for Millennium. We do have infantry armor level 1 being researched. I am expanding a third time. I still don't know if he's expanded a second time yet. Because I haven't rebuilt my observer, which I really should have. But I do have extended... Ooh. Wow. I do have extended thermal lance on the way. To give that Colossus that +9 range. Because to be completely honest, you need that +9 range. Or, sorry, +3 range to make him 9 range. Because 6 range for a Colossus is just asking for it to be targeted and chewed alive. Because a lot of units roughly have 9 range or 6 range, so by having the +3, your Colossus can stand in the really far back and shoot over your Stalker's sentry line. And your Stalker's sentries are just there to absorb the damage from the Colossus. Now you see +2 weapons, I believe. Yes, +2 weapons being researched. I didn't go double upgrades this time like I did last game. I really should have. Because you can see he is getting +2 infantry level weapon, or plus level 2 infantry weapons upgrade. He's also getting, I think, vehicle plating level 1. Yes. And there he does have some Vikings on the way as well as Thors. Now, obviously, I don't see this. I'm thinking that he's got, kind of the standard force. Standard MMNM force. But you do see me getting supply blocked a couple times, throwing down pylons, trying to clear it. More Colossus on the way, trying to research the +2 weapons as quick as possible. That is the one thing I do like about Protoss is the Chrono Boost. But he does scan my base. He's I have a natural running. I really wasn't too worried about that, but he is actually getting a planetary fortress that I actually did not realize he was getting. I believe he's taking his natural now, but I obviously don't know this. I'm actually kind of moving out a little bit, testing the water, seeing where he's at, because I don't see him on the minimap. I don't exactly know where his army is simply because I don't have an observer. That is one of, if I could pick apart the people and say that is the one thing that I did completely wrong, was I didn't scout well enough. I didn't know where his army was. I didn't know if he was taking his natural, if he was taking his third. I simply just didn't know. And that right there could easily hurt anybody, especially now that I'm actually Zerg. But I do put a pylon up on actually his third, not realizing, I'm like, wait, what's that green line? Crap, he's got his base there. I believe I canceled that. And that was turning into the planetary fortress. And that planetary fortress just does so much damage that it was able to just easily defeat my army. Kind of move in, trying to kill these SCVs. But I kind of get a little overeager with my Colossus, bring them too close. The Vikings come in, able to clean up everything, even with those turrets. I'm trying to warp in some more units, trying to run my army back. And we do have +3 weapons actually being researched. Simply because I do have a Dark Shrine going out. Basically, what I was going to, because while he does have his scans, what I was going to do is just simply try to hit him with some mineral harassment damage. But he is pursuing what army I have left. Another Colossus on the way. More reinforcements coming in. Vehicle weapons level 2, I believe. Armor level 2. Yeah, armor level 2 being researched. And he's just kind of chilling right now. I do see him on the minimap by now because I still have that Xel'Naga Tower. I don't think he knows that I have it. Though he is pushing out it's like I'm trying to desperately get that level weapon or level 3 weapons done, because that will just allow my Colossus to do so much more damage. But here he is attacking before it's actually means that Colossus right at the front, just straight up dying. Stalkers in that trying to do as much damage as possible with all those Marauders. Stalkers just melt away. With my army dying, I GG and leave the game. But as you apparently I had 75 workers, I believe, total, which is really, really odd, because that's actually 76 workers, actually quite a bit for 2 bases, 3 bases actually. Though that main was actually mined out, so I would have to take another one just to transfer them. But with that, the series is tied up 1-1, and I will see you guys on the battlefield as well as the next game.